Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello again. But yeah, today we were on the way today on the way home. We just rented. Well, the buses had to do a detour, and the buses had to go up Rodman Street and go down Fort Street and drop everybody off because a tractor trailer truck, hit, knocked down all the electrical wires on. Uh, on Hotwell Street.
What? So you were late?
No, I went live over there. So I was live over there too. So I went live to the.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
So I just sent you actually the live stream too. So to it.
Okay.
I mean, although I mean, I just did. I interviewed the fire officials, and they said that I said when you guys are on scene, was anybody hurt? I mean, did the truck driver get hurt? They said no, the truck driver's okay. I said, did you guys see any fires? They said no. They said there was no fires that we know of. So I interviewed the fire officials too when I was out there too. So I'm telling you,
Hey, a city is never boring.
no. I mean that would keep that Annalisa, that would actually keep me in business.
That's right.
So I mean, with all that being said, so anyways, this is Dave Mead for Media News. I have Annalisa. Annalisa became my co-host on my show, so because
Unknowingly.
unknowingly. Well, I didn't ask her, so I mean,
You did.
I didn't. So, I mean, if you don't mind,
No. I don't know if I can do 2 nights every week, but I'll try.
okay. Well, I mean, a lot of people. I share your live stream a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people like what you say. Some people do. So,
Some people do, some people don't.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
It's all right. It's okay.
but it's all
Not a
right.
big deal.
No, well, you know something though. I mean, not everybody's going to agree with us. You know what I'm saying? You know.
It's all right.
Yeah. So hey, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't going to agree with us, and we ain't going to agree with them on that side either. You know what I'm saying? You know. Man, a lot of stuff going on here in Fall River, man. Fall River's never boring.
No, cities are never boring.
No, that's just what's good about it. And let's see. I mean, my first thing I wanted to talk about was Governor Newsom from Minnesota. Yeah, Governor Newsom from Los Angeles, because on Facebook there was like a $7 million lawsuit or something.
Yeah. No, it was like 700 million.
$700 million lawsuit. I mean,
Yeah.
why is that all about? I mean, can you
I
help?
think, what did they say? Oh gosh, I just saw it too. Defamation of character.
Yeah, defamation. Yeah. So, what was the defamation of character about? I mean, what was said?
I don't. I'm looking it up. I didn't read it because I just don't like the Democrats. So.
Well, I don't like them either. I mean, me and you both.
I don't either.
Oh, Linda said she doesn't. Linda said she doesn't like them either.
It's unanimous.
It's unanimous.
It's unanimous.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
especially the radicals. I don't like the radicals.
It is the radicals. It is the radical ones. The radical liberals. I mean, them are the ones that. Them are the ones that they really don't. they really don't care about nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Well, they're
You know,
horrible. You know what happened with the Supreme Court today?
what happened?
Oh my God. The Supreme Court?
Yeah, I want to hear about what happened to the Supreme Court.
So today, the Supreme Court had a bunch of rulings, and a lot of them
Oh,
had to do with President Trump. And the district court judges have been saying to President Trump that they've been giving out nationwide injunctions saying that President Trump could not deport the illegals.
yeah.
That's what the lower court judges were saying. So the Supreme Court just ruled and said that those judges cannot do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now President Trump and ICE can continue or do more to try and deport the illegals.
Oh,
Because
really?
now the lower courts can't say anything. They can't say, no, you got to stop. Remember, no, you got to stop. You can't do it. You have to bring back these people. And well, they can't say that anymore.
Oh, so they can't say that no more.
No,
Ooh,
yeah, so that's done. Okay, so that means, it's such a waste of time. He has the executive power, so why would they even try to do this? Isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They are. These radicals are nuts. I mean, especially the Democratic radicals. They're crazy.
The Democrats are the ones that brought on these lawsuits to stop President Trump from deporting the illegals.
Yeah.
They're the ones that did it. And they lost. Today they lost.
Good for them.
And
glad
they're going insane.
Oh, I bet you they are. Well, the Democrats are gonna need a psychiatrist. So
They're
somebody to
going.
talk to.
They had somebody. They had to bleep out how many times she swore.
Oh, Donald Trump. I heard him swear a couple of times, and I was laughing. I was like,
Every
oh my
other
God.
word was a swear, and she's like F MAGA at the end.
Oh, wow. Swearing.
Continuously, not just one time, but continuously. Oh, how can you not laugh?
Well, I'm laughing because I think it's funny.
It is funny.
You know,
and the birthright citizenship. You know about that, right?
Oh, the birthright citizenship, yeah.
Well, they heard that too, and they said that these people, they're gonna. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, so the final ruling will be in October or November. And Pam Bondi believes that the Supreme Court is going to side with President Trump, saying that any baby that is born in this country and the parents are illegal are not automatically American citizens.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know something? Hey, if an illegal alien is pregnant, okay, and if an illegal alien is pregnant, and if she has the baby here in America, I mean, it seems about right. You know what I'm saying? So why? Right. Linda's coming on. So why should the baby be an American citizen? You know what I'm saying? You know why? You know what I'm saying? So why should it?
If the parents or the mother or whoever
are in France and now you gave birth, it wouldn't make the baby a French citizen.
So go ahead. I want Linda to elaborate. I want Linda to comment on
Please name me any other country on earth that allows it. I'll wait.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So there's going to be right now I guess they're not considered.
My charging bag on the side of you in case they need it.
That babies are not considered citizens if they're born here if the parent is illegal. So that means they can get deported.
Yeah. So that means they can get deported.
If you have headphones, I can't hear.
All right. Well, let me see if I can put headphones in for Linda. Plug it in on this on one of the sides over there.
Maybe this one.
Maybe that one.
I'll look at it.
All right, talk. Go ahead.
Let me test it. Hello.
Annalisa, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear.
All right.
I could hear it before.
I'm not hearing anything.
I can hear her.
Okay. Plug it in the other one.
Nope.
Can you hear her? Say something, Linda.
I hear nothing.
I can hear her. She can't hear me.
Maybe it's both this way output, not input, David. It's just for me to hear her. I hear nothing.
Maybe it needs to be turned up a little bit. Oh, and I gotta go get my son.
No.
Maybe it needs to be turned up for both earphones.
I have no idea.
Hold on. There you go. Mom needs to use the other set earsets for so she can hear Annalisa talk too. Can you please turn up the thing a little bit? The other headsets. The one that I have on my live stream. Can you come over here so I can show you? Please. All right, forget it.
I'm
Don't worry
still
about
going to do it. I just can't.
All right.
I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it. I can't.
All right. I ain't worried about it. Yeah.
Why are you blocking the sound?
Hello.
Use
Yeah.
headphones.
Annalisa.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, can you hear Linda?
Yeah.
Yeah, hear me.
She can hear you.
Okay.
So,
I can't hear the other one, so what's the point of me being here?
well, there he comes now. He's coming now.
Here he comes to save the day.
Well, you need me to adjust the headphones?
Yeah, the headset. These here.
No, I didn't know how to plug this in or nothing. You tell me anything.
Don't worry about it, Linda. The thing is, she needs to adjust the headset for over there too.
Is there a reason you have your headphones on, David? I'm curious.
Well, this is.
Yeah, because the speakers were interfering with the microphone.
Yes.
Can you hear through the headphones now?
Can
Hello?
yeah? Can you hear Linda?
I can hear Linda.
The device is set to the headphones.
Is that right?
Linda, can you hear her with the headphones on?
No.
All right.
Let me figure something out here.
All right. Yeah. Hold on
Try
1 second.
plugging in your headphones. That's an audio device.
All right. Can you hear me,
Yes.
You can,
Annalisa?
Yeah, I can hear you.
because I need to switch the audio device. You're not being patient. Can you hear that, the audio sound?
I can hear the audio sound.
Okay, can you hear her, though?
No, Annalisa.
Yeah.
Because your computer's too stupid to figure out this audio device. The problem is your computer can't figure out this audio device, so it can never use it. So you have to take turns with the headset then.
All right. Well.
I can't hear it being said on the other side either. Why? We have to
I
use
tried it
headsets?
already.
All right. Just.
This never works with this computer.
Okay. So just plug this back in.
This computer does not know how to figure out what a
Okay.
USB
All right.
audio
Just
output
plug this back
is.
in. right. All right. Annalisa?
Yeah.
All right. So you can hear me, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. But do you know what it is? It's it's the audio thing is sometimes it doesn't my computer's too stupid to understand that to figure out audio. So
Yeah, that's why I don't do StreamYard or anything like that, because I can't figure that stuff out. I'm terrible with it.
well,
So,
I could figure it out, but I mean I just don't have time to do it. But that's why sometimes I like. That's why sometimes I like multiple streams. You know what I'm saying? StreamYard is great to have. I mean, don't get-
I found the article
Go ahead.
for the lawsuit. He's asking for $787 million.
Wait a minute. Wait, say this again.
Newsom wants $787 million.
$487 million.
787.
$787 million.
Yes,
What a scumbag he is.
from Fox. From Fox.
From Fox. He's such a scumbag.
He said the reason was because Fox defamed him by lying about his phone call with Donald Trump related to the president's immigration crackdown. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that is the dumbest thing. So Linda, here, take my headset.
No.
Yeah, take.
Right. You won't be able to hear.
Well, she can hear me.
I can't hear the other. I can't hear the show.
So
She can. Linda can't hear me at all.
Annalisa, could you hear me if I gave Linda the headset?
No, you should be able to. No, you'll be able to
Yeah,
hear.
but
No.
I could hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get another. What do you call it?
Why isn't it that Linda can't hear
All
me
right,
now?
so 780 some. Wow, that's a lot of money. Hello?
787 million.
Hello? Annalisa.
I'm here.
What just happened to my all right. Annalisa.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
I don't know.
All right. Well, but anyways, is she still there?
I don't know.
Hello, Annalisa.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
I think she. I don't know what's wrong with her audio now. But anyways, that's a lot of money. 700 and that's a lot of money. And yes, so that's a Newsom, man. I'll tell you, he's such a scumbag. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, he can't hear me. She can't hear me now.
No.
I can hear you.
Microphones are for speaking. Headphones are for listening.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So all right, you can hear me now. Okay. No, what it is,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I didn't plug in my what do you call it? So I forgot to plug in the headsets.
Oh, okay. Well, that
So-
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but anyways, Gavin Newsom, he's a scumbag. Okay, he is, and
I can't believe that he's suing Fox for $787 million. for defamation for a phone call. That's gotta be the dumbest.
That's the dumbest thing that I ever saw. I actually I ever heard. Okay, with Gavin Newsom.
You know, these people, I think the Democrats are just grasping at straws at this point. They just don't
Oh,
know
they
what
are.
to do. They don't know what to do with President Trump because everywhere he turns, he's doing well, and they're trying to crush it.
Yes, that's
They're
the
trying to,
Democrat.
and you
Yeah.
know what else he did today?
What did he do?
2 African nations went to the White House today.
Yeah.
Congo, and I forget who the other one. They've been fighting with each other for like 30 years. And now President Trump somehow got them to stop and declare peace.
Wow. So
Yeah.
he stopped them and declared peace. That's really good.
Yes, I think some people are going to nominate President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize.
I would. I mean, look. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the job he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying he's doing an excellent job, and the tariffs, the prices are going to go up, and the prices are not going to go up. I mean, come on.
They're not going up. They're not going to
No.
go up. No.
Those prices, the prices, everything's going to drop. I'm going to tell you. You know how much manufacturing we're going to have back here in America. Okay, we're going to have a lot of jobs under the Trump administration. Okay, we are. Okay, where people don't want to believe it or not, but that's up to them. Okay, but if
Well,
you
they
know,
don't. I think these people that wanted Kamala Harris to win so badly just want President Trump to lose. They're trying everything that they can to demean him, to make sure that, just like they did the first term, they just wanted to make sure that he was not going to be successful.
well, guess what? He got success. He is successful now. Okay, he is successful now. You know what I'm saying? So what is the Democrats' problem? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It seems like the Democrats always have a problem with Trump. Okay, they always have a problem with Trump. How come they always have a problem with Trump, but never a problem with Biden? Okay, how come?
Right. The media never has a problem with Biden. They never talk. They never say anything about Biden's open borders, and the Democrats are the same.
Okay.
When they went crazy with the Supreme Court giving the decision to President Trump, the only thing they can say is that this is unconstitutional. They're not following the Constitution, and it's like Biden let in 10 to 20 million illegals. How was that constitutional?
I don't know how that is constitutional.
That is illegal to have people just cross over the border without being properly vetted. That's illegal. But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about
Nobody
that.
does.
No.
Nobody does. Okay.
Nope.
I mean,
Nobody does. That's right.
I mean, nobody ever talks about former President Biden about his open borders. But when Trump is in office, right away they want to impeach Trump. Right away, let's impeach Trump. Let's impeach Trump. Why would you want to impeach a good president of the United States? Okay, that's trying to get rid of all the illegal aliens. Okay, out of this country. Why? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why would you want to do that? That don't make any sense at all whatsoever. Okay, this is what I don't get. Okay, but when Biden had
they're anti-American, David. They're anti-American. These people are globalists. They don't want to see this country succeed. They don't want to see it. They want socialism. They want communism. They want people that like the socialist Democrats, they want to have them tax the millionaires and the billionaires so that they can get more of their money. That's all. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They're lazy. They know how to take people's money through the welfare system
Yeah.
using the tax. I mean, this. I think that personally, that's what I think it is. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They want socialism so that they can stay on their government programs.
Well, no, we want people to go to. We want people to go to work. Oh, matter of fact, let's talk about the jobs that I let me see that I just got here. Matter of fact, I was just talking to a guy in the bus earlier about a job and telling him where all the jobs are. You know what I'm saying? And he was actually going out. He said, "Thanks, man." I said, "Well," I said, "most of the jobs are on, online. You have to go online." Well, our pharmacy is hiring part-time. You know what I'm saying? Part-time. Our pharmacy at Stop and Shop, they're hiring part-time. They're actually looking for somebody to work over there. If anybody's looking for a job. You know what I'm saying?
Some people might not have computers and they might not be able to go online, so they don't know where the jobs are.
Well,
It used to be that they would have signs outside. I don't know if they still do. Help wanted.
Well, we do have a sign now hiring. Okay, it's been on a door for a very long time. So
Okay.
we are now hiring. So now hiring. HAIRING. Now hiring. Yeah, it's spelled it in German.
So, David, why is it that Linda can't hear me?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's really bizarre because she could hear me last night.
Yeah. Well, she can. Hold on. Wait a minute. Linda. Hold on, Annalisa. Let me go get her.
Mm-hmm.
Linda. Oh, she went to the bathroom. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. She'll be back. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be back. She just stepped out for a minute. So yeah, she did hear you. Well, she did hear you last night. So
did the guy that you talked to on the bus go apply to a job?
Yeah, he went to go apply. Yeah, he said thanks, man. He says I didn't even know that. He says I didn't even know that there was that much jobs around. I said, look, I says, the Ice House is hiring. I said the Ice House is hiring down North Main Street. I said Blunt Seafood is hiring. So Stop and Shop Warehouse, they're hiring. We'll see what else is hiring. What else did I say? Raising Cane's, the store that they built, the restaurant that they built, they're hiring. I mean, there's a lot of people hiring in Fall River. You just got to get out there and go online and fill out the application. That's all. I'm saying, just got to get out there online and fill the application out. Okay, if you can't, I mean, come on. I mean, how hard is it to fill out an application online? Okay,
But they might not have a computer. They might not have a computer.
Okay, so all right, if they might not have a computer, well, the library's got a computer. Okay, they can go down to the library.
Can't they just go to Stop and Shop and fill out an application there?
Nope.
Oh, they don't do that anymore.
No, they don't do that no more. So you can go down to Stop It. You gotta go online. So I mean, if they don't own a computer, you can go to the library. Okay, you can, and get a library card. Okay, library card's free. Okay, but if you lose it the second time, it would cost you $5. But the first time it's free. So they can get a library. They can go down to the library and they can go and fill out an application online. And and that's it. You know what I'm saying. So I know there's most people that don't have computers, but libraries, if you have a library card, go down and go fill out an application. That's all.
I think that the companies should have the paper application at the stores like they used to, so that
Well,
people can fill out the application at the store.
Yeah, but they don't. But they don't do it no more like that. They don't do it no more.
Well, that's why people don't know about the job openings, because everything is online.
Yeah. Well, they can. I mean, they got hands. They got fingers. If they don't own a computer, no excuse. We have a library. We have one in Fall River, and we have a library in New Bedford. We have a library in Somerset. We have libraries. Actually, we got 2 libraries in New Bedford, and one library out here. There's no excuse. You got to go out there, go fill out an application, okay, and online, okay.
Do you know who the guy is? Do you know who the guy is that said that?
Well, I just met him, so I met him this morning.
So if you see him again, you'll ask him if he.
Yeah, if I see him, if I see him again, I'll ask him if he applied. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we want people to go out there and get jobs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys, okay, all right, these guys are young, okay? These guys can go out there and get jobs, okay? I'm not that young. I'm 58 years old, going to be 59, okay? So, and I've been working retail, okay, for almost 20 years on and off, okay, 20 years on and off. I worked for a Stop and Shop, Store 71, when I was in my 30s, okay, and then I worked for Stone Stop and Shop as a loss prevention, okay. Then after that. Then when Market Basket, I used to work for security all around, like Wells Fargo and stuff too, but mostly retail. You know what I'm saying? So because retail is my thing. You know what I'm saying I like retail, and so I like to put up with people.
Yeah. I don't, not anymore.
Well, for me, I'm a people's person. Okay, I like to talk to everybody. Okay, I like to talk to everybody, shake hands with everybody. Today, I was, and you want to hear another one? Today, I was. Then when Market Basket opened up, I worked for Market Basket. I was trained in New Bedford. Then when the store opened up in Fall River, I worked from 2017 to 2018 over at Market Basket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what happened today?
Today, a veteran was talking to me about Mayor Paul Coogan today, and he said, look, you know something? He says we have we had a time veterans down at the Liberal Club, and he said to me, he says that's the only time I seen the Mayor Paul Coogan around. Okay. Is when election year, okay? When election year comes up.
Of course.
So and you know what I told him? I said, look, that's the only time you're going to see a politician is on election day, because you want to know why? Because they want your vote. That's why. And I said, you know something? I said, Mayor Paul Coogan does not care about, okay, the veterans. Alan Sylvia, I haven't seen Alan Sylvia in a long time. State Representative Alan Sylvia, and Alan Sylvia, okay, him being a Marine himself, and an ex-police officer, okay, all right. I mean, I never seen one bill passed, okay. Now, one bill passed for the veterans organization, okay. As I never seen one bill passed, okay. all I see these people watching in the parade, making things look good. Okay, they're making things look good. Okay, well, yeah. This is how we're gonna make it look good. So we're gonna march with the veterans. Okay, and we're gonna make off that we are supporting the veterans. Okay.
Yeah,
This
and then
is
he gets. How does he get reelected all the time?
because they because they make off. Okay, they make off that that they're supporting the veterans, and they're not. Okay, okay, and this Memorial Day that passed. All right, remember Memorial Day? I didn't see Alan Sylvia in there. Okay, in the parade, I saw man Paul Coogan, the scum bucket of the earth. Okay, I can't stand him. I don't give a care if he likes me or not. I saw Ricky Tiff, the North City Council. Okay. I saw Joe Camara, and that's all I saw. And the police chief. That was about it.
You know, these politicians, the ones that get reelected all the time, know that they don't have to do that much because people will reelect them. And so it doesn't matter.
You know, that's why
Doesn't-
we're hoping. That's what. Well, for what I understand, former Chief Garvin is he went up today. And he our former chief. He went up and visit the election office today. But we don't know if he pulled papers or not. You know what I'm saying? For mayor. We don't know if he did or not. So I cannot speculate on that. So I don't know. All it was that he said, all it was from Fall River Reporter that he went up there to look for information. Okay, so we don't know if he pulled any papers from mayor.
Who is this?
The former Chief Corbin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we don't know if he pulled papers or not. I don't want to speculate on that. I don't want to assume because it could be true, then it could be
Why?
not.
Do you like him?
Oh yeah, he's well. In a way, I do like him. Okay, I like Garvin. Okay, but I do like him because not because his brother was a famous boxer. You know what I'm saying? So a famous championship boxer because
What's his last name?
Garvin,
Oh, okay.
and his brother was David Garvin. Matter of fact, my wife went to school with the former police chief. So that former police chief Garvin when he was younger. My wife went to school with him, and I didn't even know that until until after, because David Garvin is the one that trained me as Golden Gloves. So Golden Gloves for 4 years. So I didn't even know. Wow, big small world. You know what I'm saynot But hey,
Yeah.
even if he is going to run for mayor, then you know what? Then I would go for him. Not because I know him, is because it's because
Is
of
he a
him.
Republican or a Democrat?
I believe he's a. I don't know. Well, you want to look that up? Because I haven't had time to look that up. I don't know if he is or not. So look it up and see.
What's his first name?
His first name is his last name is Garvin. Police Chief Garvin. I don't know his name. They call him Police Chief Garvin.
Paul Garvin.
Paul Garvin.
He was my classmate many years ago.
He was Linda's classmate.
So she can hear me.
He's very quiet.
Yeah, she's in the back.
He's a very quiet person. Mind his business, study hard.
Yeah, he's a very quiet guy too. He minds his business. Police Chief Garvin. Paul Garvin. Look him up.
That's a very common name.
Well, his brother was David Garvin.
Local boxing celebrity.
Local boxing celebrity. His brother trained me. Tell me what
It
you
says
find.
here he's an officer
Yeah,
2 years ago. Okay.
yeah. He was a police officer. Actually, he was the chief of police. They said that he had some kind of a weapon in his drawer or something. They made a big stink about it.
And they said it was a bullet in the desk when he was discharged from the police department, and the current police chief said it was a threat.
Yeah, and so yeah, and but the current police chief, well, he had a bullet in the he had a bullet inside inside one of the desk, and the current police chief said it was a threat, which is I don't believe that, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know. I'm hearing two different stories about this thing.
I don't know. I can't find it. It doesn't say.
What can in and out do you flying in the drawer?
Yeah, what was it, Linda?
It doesn't make sense. What can in and out do like flying in the drawer?
It don't make sense.
It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping though, if he is running for,
He said he's looking for information. He wasn't pulling papers.
yeah, he said he was looking for information, but he ain't pulling papers. But we'll see. You know, maybe.
I saw him at the Russian's office today.
Yeah, he was former reporter saw him at the election office today.
He's probably a Democrat.
Not running.
Yeah, probably. But I don't think any parties. I don't think it. I don't know. I mean,
I don't think when you run for mayor, you have to tell anybody what your party affiliation is.
no, you don't. You don't have to. You don't have to. But we all know that.
Until he gets into office, and then you know.
You got it. But we all know Mayor Paul Coogan was. I already knew Mayor Paul Coogan was a Democrat. A Dem. I mean, I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? For what I understand, somebody and a lot of people told me that that Mayor Paul Coogan is helping out the illegal aliens too. A lot of people.
Well, didn't somebody say that there was a busload of illegals that went to Fall River?
Yeah, I think somebody said that there was a bunch load of illegal aliens.
Paul Coogan has to say okay for that. Of course, he's helping them.
Yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? Because he probably got offered a lot of money to say, okay, look here, we're going to give you so much money, okay, and we're going to pay you so much money, so that way you can have these people.
Yeah, but that's taxpayer money. That's taxpayer money.
That's our money, okay.
That's your money that's going to the illegals that could be going someplace else.
That is true too. Yep. So I mean, it's they're using our tax money anyways for that.
Yeah, but it's not. My point is, it's not right.
That's not right. It ain't. You're right. It's not. Okay, and if it's horrible that that they're even doing this. Okay, and they're the ones. They're the ones. Okay, that are messing up this whole entire country. Okay, from the state level. From the city level to the state level, okay, they're the ones that are messing up this country, okay, all right, they are. And when
because not all states are Democrat run.
No, not all states.
So
well, Minnesota is.
Huh?
Minnesota is.
Well, right? No, I don't think so. Well, yeah, I think it is run by a Democrat, but I don't think people like that taxpayer money for practically all of the country like that taxpayer money is going to the illegals.
No. Well, no, where I don't like my taxpayer money going to them at all. But they're good. But they're doing it anyway. They're doing it anyway without our permission. Okay, they don't care about us. Okay, they only care about putting the illegals first, and the hell with the American people. That's what they're doing.
Does Paul Coogan, if he has illegals in Fall River, that means he doesn't want ICE there either?
Well, Paul, you know something? Mayor Paul Coogan don't like ICE. Okay, he doesn't. Okay, he actually, let me tell you something. He really don't want them to come here and bother with the illegals and arrest them. But you know something though. But you know what? You know what's funny about all this? Okay, Kelly, the chief of police, Kelly Furtado, okay, wants to work with ICE over here. She wants to. Okay, she says, I will let them in here so they can clean up this whole entire city. I will let them in here do what they have to do. That's exactly what Kelly Furtado said. Okay, she says, I will let them. That's what Chief Furtado said. I will let them in here so they can do what they have to do. Okay, all right. So she's even though Mayor Paul Coogan, okay, hired her, but she is really the boss of the whole entire department. Okay, so
she is, but her boss is the mayor.
So you know what? But she said that she's going to work with ICE and have ICE come in.
Yeah, if the mayor lets them in.
Well, you know what? I don't care what the mayor says. Okay, the mayor. This is our money. Okay, this is our entire money. Okay, that's going
So
to these
you
illegal
mean to
aliens.
tell me that the chief of police of Fall River wants ICE there, but the mayor doesn't?
Well, I'm assuming because she said she wants them.
So you don't really know then if Paul Coogan wants ICE in Fall River.
Well, he hasn't mentioned it, but I'm assuming that he's not for it. I'm saying so. I'm assuming, but Kelly Furtado did. She go ahead.
But she cannot tell ICE. I don't think she has the power to tell ICE to come to Fall River.
Well, if she's gonna work with them, yeah.
You know something? I don't think ICE needs permission from Kelly Furtado to go to Fall River. They can just come in.
Because they're federal government.
Yeah, because that's federal law.
Federal law.
As a matter of fact,
they work under. I'm sorry, but they work
What?
under the Trump administration.
Right. Because the illegals cross the border is a federal offense.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
That's
correct.
why ICE can go in and arrest the illegals, because it's a federal offense.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what Kelly Furtado says, and it doesn't matter what Paul Coogan wants, or they can go in there if they want to.
Yeah. Well,
the senator from Tennessee, on her Facebook post, gave out the ICE number, the phone number of ICE in Tennessee, to call them if they see any illegals. If anybody sees any illegals in the state of Tennessee, she says to call them up.
And let them know and say, hey, there's illegals in Fall River or in Tennessee.
So, but in Massachusetts, I don't think they do that.
I never had the number.
The Senator Warren and Senator Markey does not tell the people of Massachusetts to call ICE if they see any illegals.
Yeah,
They don't do that. They don't do that.
No, they don't. I mean, I wish people, does call and say, hey, look, hey, we got a bunch of we got a bunch of illegals here in Massachusetts. So, I mean, look, they're all here. They live next door over there. They live on the side of my building. They live down the road. I mean, we got to get these people out of here, okay? Because but
there are people that I think
already.
in Massachusetts that secretly do call ICE. I think there are. I think
there is. I think there is. I'm saying so. I think there is, but but we just don't know who they are.
But you know what they do too is they actually go to the local police.
Yeah.
Too, if they see an illegal.
Of course, yeah. Why not?
Well, yeah, but the police in Fall River, have they done anything about the illegals being there?
I don't even that something. After that last incident with the summer of 2024, I think it is, when the couple of illegal aliens got into a accident down on Alden Street here. I remember cops didn't do nothing. It was a waste of time. It was a totally waste of time. They didn't do nothing. I don't speak English. So you don't speak English, but you spoke English a minute ago. So I mean the last time doing that truck accident, okay. Oh no, I don't speak English, no English. And I told the other kids, I said, look, I said, you just spoke English about a minute ago. Okay. I said, don't give me that. Okay. And I told the cop, I said, look, I said, these two guys were involved right here. I said, you need to question them. They were involved, okay, with the accident. And no speak English, but you spoke English about a second ago, and now you're saying you didn't speak English? So what is it? Do you speak English or don't you speak English?
Because they know that they're not going to get arrested. That's why.
Yeah. So no, but that shouldn't even matter. Okay. That shouldn't even matter. So you mean to tell me, okay, if I went into their country, okay, and I got into an accident in their country, and then their police comes up to me, I'm going to tell the police, no speak English, no. I'm going to say that in their country? Yeah. I would get arrested.
Why is there such lawlessness? I don't understand. Why doesn't the police enforce the law?
Yeah. The police around here.
Why doesn't the mayor enforce the law? Why doesn't Michelle Wu? Why doesn't Maura Healey? Why don't they enforce the law?
They don't want to enforce the law. They don't even, Mayor Paul Coogan, he does not want to enforce the law. Mayor Paul Coogan.
Why?
I don't know.
They're breaking the law.
Well, the Mayor Paul Coogan's breaking the law himself.
That's what I said.
So why should, and even Maura Healey, even Pocahontas, even Governor Newsom, even Mayor Wolf from Boston, they're breaking the law. Okay, so why should they enforce the law when they're breaking the law themselves?
If they enforce the law, that means they're following the law.
Yeah, they're not following the law. They're breaking it. Look at the cops are breaking the law
it by harboring illegals.
Yeah.
In Fall River, as an example, I'm sure that they're probably everywhere, but they are. Paul Coogan is harboring illegals in Fall River. That's
what he's doing.
That's against the law.
And not to mention of all the other stuff that's been going on in the school department too, as well. Come on, man, and that too. Okay, telling school committee school committee man Collins, oh, you gotta. I like you got your tie looks stunning.
Say what?
His tie looks stunning.
Oh, yeah.
And
everything is a joke to them because they know they get away with everything. They get away with everything.
I'm saying that was so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, here you are. You got former reporter. You got all kinds of media in front of you, right? You got all kinds of media in front of you. And you're telling school committee man, Colin Dyers, his tie looks stunning. And he said that like how many times? And the member of the school committee, I'm trying to remember his name, and he told them, he says, chairman of the board, he says, you need not to be saying that anymore. You need to stop saying that. And telling school committee man Colin Dias that his tie looks stunning. I mean, on TV they say this. You know what I'm saying? And
because it's pointless.
Yeah.
Because it's pointless. It doesn't. Again, I'll say it. It doesn't matter what they do because people, I believe, vote them back in. And I said it before. The people are very apathetic when it comes to politics in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
They don't get involved. They don't get involved.
Well,
and because they don't get involved, you have elected officials that do whatever they want because the people don't care. Because they don't care.
Well,
nobody cares. Nobody in Fall River cares that they are harboring illegals and that you are funding them to stay there. Nobody cares.
They're funding them with taxpayers, out of my taxpayers' money. I work for my money. I don't want these people in here. I want these people out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how come nobody goes to Paul Coogan and say that?
Because everybody's afraid of Paul Coogan. Okay. Paul Coogan, because sometimes the minute you open your mouth, he'll have security kick you right out.
So what?
People should be holding signs outside of Mayor Paul Coogan's office and say, hey, look, we don't want no more illegal aliens in this country no more. Stop harboring them and hiding them and supporting them with taxpayers' money.
David, it's not the country. The borders are closed.
We know the book, but we still have some here.
You don't want them in Massachusetts.
I don't.
You don't want them in Fall River, not the country. It's not.
I don't want them in Fall River. I don't want them in Fall River no more. Get them out of my city. I don't want them here, and I don't care what people think or what people say. I really don't care. I don't want them here. Plain English. This is ridiculous. I mean, using taxpayers' money. Okay, why landlords are paying high property taxes, but you can actually support the illegal aliens that come in this country, okay, and spending taxpayers' money, okay. Yeah, that stuff is bizarre. That stuff they need to knock it off with that stuff. If you don't knock it off, you can get the hell out of office. Plain English. Moore Healy can go too and follow Coogan too. Maybe they could both of them. They can have a meeting together and they can fight over who's gonna get a room first. I mean, I'm just so aggravated.
Well, this is what. Okay, I'm going to say it again. What I don't understand about the people in Massachusetts is their silence. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
You know what it is? they're silent. Okay, they are silent, and they are silent, and they keep because they know something. Okay, the people in Fall River know something that we don't know. Okay,
It's not just Fall River, it's everywhere. It's not
it's
just
everywhere.
in Fall River. It's everywhere in Massachusetts where you go. People do not speak up.
They don't.
The taxpayer doesn't say anything to they are elected officials. They are people, they're supposed to represent the people. What happened to that?
I have no idea. Oh wait, somebody said something. The only way that these illegals are in Fall River will be deported, and if in rules sanctuary cities and the illegals which they already have, or if there is an executive order that would outlaw them. But it's about right. Did you read that?
Yeah, but it's
Let me put it.
already illegal. It doesn't have to be declared by the Supreme Court. Okay,
But there's people. These people need to get the hell out. Okay,
it's
because
already they're already criminals by coming across the border unvetted and undocumented and everything else. It's already a crime to come across the border
yes, they
unvetted.
already.
They've
Unvetted. Yeah.
already committed a crime. It is already in the books. Why does there have to be another law to get them out? There doesn't have to be one. All they got
Well,
to do is go to the cities and the towns, wherever they are, and get them.
yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, it's. I
But
mean, it's
Massachusetts doesn't do that.
no. Well, because the people in Massachusetts over here are scared. That's what they are. They're scared. I don't know what they're scared of. Okay, so I mean, they don't want to say nothing. So
Scared
they
of
just.
what? Scared
I
of
have.
what?
They're just
Being, you know
scared.
what? Being silent on this, they are also aiding and abetting illegals
Of
by
course,
staying quiet.
when you
They're also harboring illegals.
yes, when they're staying quiet, when they're staying quiet, yes, so they're also harboring illegals here in over here in Massachusetts. Okay, so over here, they're also
Not
harboring.
only the people,
Yeah.
but also the elected officials are the same. They're all breaking laws. Everybody they're breaking laws.
So Mayor Paul Coogan's breaking the law. Maura Healey's breaking the law. Gavin Newsom is breaking the law. Okay. Who else is breaking the law?
Michelle Wu.
Michelle Wu is breaking the law. Okay.
And Boston is a sanctuary city.
Yeah, Boston is a sanctuary city. These people are breaking the law. Okay. So how do you expect the police, okay, how do you expect the police to how do you say? I'm trying to think now.
Enforce.
How do you expect the police to enforce the law when you got politicians breaking the law? How do you
They're
expect
breaking
that?
the law too. The police are breaking the law as well.
And the police department is breaking the law too as well. Okay, we got drunken cops. Okay, we have. I'm going to say this. I don't care. We have a drunken cop. Okay, that goes to court. Okay, pleads not guilty. Okay, to the crime that he committed. Okay. Oh, I pleaded not guilty to the crime he got. Then we have another police officer. Okay, that got caught in a sting operation. What in the world would happen to all of that? What happened? We heard about the sting operation with the police officer for a little while. So whatever happened to that? Did that get covered up? Sure enough, it probably did.
No, because they're waiting for a trial, David. That's what it is.
Oh, they're waiting for a trial.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But
How long?
You're focusing on 2 policemen. All the rest of them are not doing anything.
You must get a trial on the docket.
Yeah. So yeah, All the rest of the police officers, okay, are not doing anything. So we have 2 police officers that are on trial, okay, 2 of them, okay. So what is going on with that? Okay, this has been happening for a very long time, since the 1960s. Okay?
Why aren't the police arresting illegals, David? Never mind about the other 2. Why
I
are
don't even know.
the police? They're breaking the law as well, and so is Paul Coogan, and so are the representatives of Fall River. You're all breaking the law by allowing the illegals to stay in your city, town, state.
The people of the city does not want to. Okay, they do not want to open their mouth and say anything. Okay, so if they don't want to open their mouth and say anything, so they consider they are breaking the law too. Okay, just like Mayor Paul Coogan's breaking
They
the law.
they don't say anything, David, and the elected officials are going to do what they want. What is it that people don't understand about that?
I have no idea.
Why can't people understand that when you stay silent, they do whatever they want?
Because they don't care. That's just all I know right now. They don't care. They don't care.
If they don't care, then nothing is going to change in that city. Nothing is going to change, and most likely it will get worse.
Well, if it gets worse, I'm going to say you can probably blame the people, not really much of the people, but you can also blame the mayor of the city of Fall River and the governor of Massachusetts.
Everybody, David, the people as well. The people as well, because they're not doing anything about it.
We got crime over here. Okay, we got crime over here. Okay, we got crime over here. People getting shot, killed, and everything. Okay, beat up and all. Okay, and something. And all they're worried about is depending on what the government's going to do. Oh, why ain't the mayor's going to do this? Why ain't the mayor's going to do this? We even have some people out there, okay, that don't even vote. Okay,
most people don't vote.
That most people don't vote. We have people out here that some don't vote. Okay,
so how is it that kind of mentality that people have in Massachusetts, that their vote doesn't count, that they don't vote, and things are getting better? Do they think things are getting better in Massachusetts because they don't vote? Because they don't vote.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they think that things are getting better.
How can they think? My point is, how can they think that when it's not going well?
Oh.
When it's not going well for the state of Massachusetts.
It's not going well. It's not. And I'm going to tell you why it's not.
People that think nothing is going on in Massachusetts they are in la la land. They are in la la land.
I don't know what the hell they're smoking, but
they're right. Something. I don't know where they are either. Okay, when you've got Michelle Wu as an example.
Oh, Michelle Wu, yeah, she's a big example.
The commercial properties and the buildings in Boston have lost their value. The businesses are leaving. The office buildings are empty. Why do people think this is good? What is going on? Oh, what is going on in Massachusetts? Like, what is wrong? Omari and the Shavus are the same. It is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, this is a sanctuary city. We have a sanctuary city here.
You mean state?
This is
Massachusetts is a sanctuary state, and Boston is a Massachusetts.
Yes. And Boston, Massachusetts is also a sanctuary state too.
Boston is a sanctuary city, but yes, Mara Healy says Massachusetts is not a sanctuary state.
You know, I don't know what Maura and Michelle Wu are smoking, but I'll tell you, if they're smoking the good stuff, I'll tell you.
No.
You know something?
They're
They
screwed.
must be
They're
getting.
screwed up. It's screwed up. The politicians that people elected.
Yeah.
What it is that if the people in Massachusetts do not like what Maura Healey is doing at this point, or Michelle Wu, I don't understand why they don't speak up. Like, where's the outrage? Like, where's the outrage?
Oh, the only out. Well,
Where's
I have
where's
no
the
idea.
passion? Where is this isn't right? What are you guys doing? Like, what happened to that? Like, why aren't people like that?
Because I don't know, they're probably smoking something.
Why
that
are
don't
they
feel good.
why are they so geared up on President Trump, but not what's going on in that state?
Yeah,
They
everybody.
can get together in Massachusetts and have protests against President Trump that has absolutely nothing to do with Massachusetts.
Okay,
That
so
they
what?
can
Yeah.
do.
So
But
what?
people
Wait.
cannot in Massachusetts get together and have a protest against what Maura Healey is doing in that state. They can't
And
do it.
Michelle Wu and Mayor Paul Coogan. So why cannot they have a protest out here? Okay,
Yeah, why
about
not?
what's going on here?
Why doesn't that happen?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying.
I have no idea. But I mean, they're always focusing on President Donald Trump, but they're not really focusing on the real issue and the real problems that's going on here in the state. You know what I'm saying? In the state level.
President Trump is doing his job.
Yeah.
President Trump is doing what he was elected to do.
Yeah.
That he's doing what he was elected to do. The elected officials in Massachusetts are not, unless that's what the people want in Massachusetts. Unless that's what they want.
Yeah. Well, the people over here, they will always vote for the same people because you know why they would vote? They think that, all right, so if I vote for the same people, I may get different results. You're not again, okay? And I'll repeat this 100 times if I have to. You're not gonna get a different results off of Maura Healey or Mayor Paul Coogan or Michelle Wu. You're not gonna get a different results. You're always gonna get the same results, just like you're getting now. So why vote for the same people all the time? Vote these people out so that way we can get new people in there, right? So vote these people out. Okay, these people need to get voted out.
Stop voting Democrat.
Stop voting Democrats, okay? Stop voting Democrats and vote Republican. I think I said it right.
Yeah, where are the Republican candidates? Where are they like for the city of Boston? Like where they don't have any right now, as far as I know, because the media doesn't expose them at all. How is it that New York City has a Republican candidate there, but Boston can't seem to muster up a candidate, a Republican candidate in a small city compared to New York? They can't get a Republican candidate? That is crazy.
Yeah, they can't. New York City has dozens of Republicans, but where are the Republicans here? You know what I'm saying? Where are they? Oh.
Yeah, where's the Mass GOP?
Yeah, the Mass GOP. The Mass GOP is hiding right now. You know why? Because it's election year, and when the election's all done, then he'll show his face.
That's next year.
GOP.
Next year for the governor's race. They should be always promoting a Republican candidate, not just in the election year. They should always be working in that state to expose the Republican candidates and what they stand for. But they don't even do that.
Oh, the GOP. The GOP. But I mean, I don't even know why we have GOPs for, because they only come out when they feel like it, you know. So I
They don't
mean,
do anything.
no, they don't. The GOP. It's looking crazy. Telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more the people in Massachusetts are gonna. Somebody just posted on social media
Yeah,
I think it was electric or gas bill. I'm not sure. Some utility bill.
I
She
think I saw that.
used $1. I think it was gas. But do you know how much the transportation was to get that? 30. She ended up paying $30 by using $1 of power.
Really? $1.
She used $1 and ended
That's
up paying
cheap.
$30.
And she ended up paying $30 in taxes, right?
No, in transportation.
On transportation. That is. Oh well, look at this. U.S. citizen released a. I'm going to read the article. NBC7.com. U.S. citizen released on bond after being detained by ICE in downtown L.A. I'll send you the article. Actually, you know what? I can send it to you right there. And I'm
Was
going to
it
read it.
legal or an American citizen?
Yeah. So a 32-year-old U.S. citizen who was
Oh,
detained by a mass federal immigration agent in downtown, prompting her family to
oh
report
what?
a
Who cares?
kidnapping.
Do you see how the media is? Do you see how they are? This is propaganda. Look at what ICE did. They made a mistake. They arrested a US citizen.
Yeah, they made a mistake.
That's what they're trying to say. That's what they're
Yeah.
trying to say.
Which is,
And what's the point? So what? They made a mistake. I don't get it. What are they trying to? What are they trying to insinuate? What's the media trying to insinuate
I don't know.
that
I
ICE
haven't
made a mistake?
I haven't
I
read
don't
the.
get it. I don't get it. I think
I
they've
don't,
made 3 mistakes out of thousands of arrests. It's
yeah, they
bound
did.
to happen. It's bound to happen. What's the problem with it? What's the problem?
There's no problem with that. But no, I just saw the article. The article ended up popping up. So, um, but hey, everybody makes mistakes. Okay. So, I mean,
The
even ICE makes.
media is anti-American.
Yeah,
Anti.
they are.
How come you don't see articles where they arrested illegals? How many they've arrested in LA? How come they don't come out with those numbers? Like how come they don't say anything about the ICE operations? No, they don't. All they do is look at them beat them up. Look at him. Look at this. Look at what they're doing. They're all masked. They're all this. And so are they.
Well, I mean, ICE is doing a good job. That's all I can say. Okay. And I'm sure that they're not really doing anything wrong. I think maybe ABC and Fox News,
No,
they like to they like to twist things around.
yeah, you and I know that, right? I would say most normal people like know that,
Mm. Yeah.
but a lot of people don't, and they don't like what President Trump is doing. So the media is using propaganda
They
to go
twisting things.
against once again President Trump and his policies, even though he was voted in. They still do what they're doing.
Yeah.
They don't quit. They don't quit.
No, they don't. Yeah, President Donald Trump is Trump. Well, there's something here. I just want it. Right side broadcast.
Yeah.
Trump has accused the Dems of linking uh, Iranian strike intel demand prosecution. He demands prosecution.
Well, I hope they find them. I hope they find the people or person that leaked that information to the media. I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they do too. Well, can I
And
read
get,
the article?
yeah, and
Uh,
get.
President Donald Trump on Thursday, which is today, accused the
Well,
Democrats
today's
of
Friday.
well, well, on Thursday he accused the Democrats for leaking classified details about the U.S. airstrikes on Iranians and nuclear facilities, and claiming that the disclosure were intents to demand the success of the operation. But President Trump shared a accusation and post to Truth Social that the Democrats are the ones are linking the information and perfect flights to the nuclear sites, and Iranians of there should be prosecuted. Trump's post, but I mean, it's look what's going on here already. You know what I'm saying? Because of the airstrike. You know what I'm saying? So the airstrike of
Well,
the
he's
nuclear facility.
complaining about the leaks that came out before the airstrikes that were leaked to the media.
Yeah.
So they think it was an inside job.
Somebody in the inside leaked that information out to the media, which is that information was classified. That information should have never been leaked out. So whoever did it, I hope they get thrown in a federal prison for leaking
Right,
it out.
and that's what he wants to do. And that's what he wants to do.
So I hope somebody's gonna come forward and say, "Hey, look, hey, this person came up to me and told me and leaked this and gave me this information. They told me
This puts these people are so dumb, and that's why I say they're anti-American. That puts people in our country in danger
putting everybody
when
in
they
jeopardy."
do things
Yeah,
like that. They put us in danger, and
of
they
course.
put the Middle East in danger as well. But
And the
they
Middle
don't
East,
care about that. They don't care about that for whatever reason.
they're putting us in the Middle East in danger too, as well. You know what I'm saying?
Why
I
is
mean,
it that they don't understand this?
they don't.
That by leaking this information that can put a lot of people in danger.
And right now, okay, you're also putting you're also putting the veterans in danger too, as well. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
Active duty military put in danger.
What is it, Linda?
Put active duty military in danger.
They're putting the active duty ones and the ones that are in active duty too. Everybody in danger.
Everybody is.
Okay, so somebody leaked somebody leaked out that information. So what I want to know, who leaked that information out? Okay, because I mean that information was classified.
David, that's what they're trying to find out.
And I hope they find out soon.
And when they find out, which they probably will,
Mm-hmm.
they might already know who it is. So
But they're not going to give any names yet.
They're going to prosecute. That's all. It has to be done. These things have to be done. Biden was so lawless and let these people just do whatever they wanted. They're not
That's why they
used
liked him
to-
so much.
They're not used to law and order. And they're not used to protecting this country.
Yeah.
And now you have President Trump that is trying to protect our borders and this country.
Yeah.
And he's not going to tolerate this very sensitive information that was leaked out. That is very dangerous because the Iranians are crazy, nutty people that would bomb and use a nuclear bomb on this country. They would do it. They would do it.
Of course. The people are nuts.
So why does somebody that is in the White House or in Congress that is working for this country want that information leaked? traitor. It's a that person's a traitor. That's all.
Well, he's a traitor, and whoever it is, he needs to be prosecuted at the full extent of the law, leaking classified information, intel out into the media.
Isn't that what they used to do a long time ago when
Yeah, they used to link all kinds of information out there. Oh God, your
you were in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you were working, if you were like a Secretary of State or something, and or somebody in Congress and so, and you went to the media and you started leaking things out to the media, okay, you're getting big trouble for that. That's that is a federal crime. You cannot leak things out to the media. That puts people in jeopardy. Okay, that puts the whole United States in jeopardy.
The person that did that, David, knows that. They did it intentionally.
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to get the guy or the woman or whatever, because it could be a spy. It could be an enemy. They could be working with the Soviets, the Chinese, the Iranians, the terrorists. You don't know. They might not even like Israel. They don't like the Jews. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, if they don't like the Jews or Israel or anybody, well, somebody, I mean, I'm glad though. I'm something though. I'm glad, for our satellites. Okay, I'm glad for them, our satellites, because if any enemy plane comes to try to fly over here, we'll know right away. You know what I'm saying? We'll know right away because we have the horn that goes up. So we have that. So we'll know right away. You know what I'm saying? And we have F-16s.
Yeah, but if Iran knew beforehand that the U.S. was going to strike, they could have used whatever they have. If they had the nuclear equipment, they could have used it before we struck. Then what? These people don't think like this at all?
No.
That leak this information?
No, they think this is a big joke. But like I said, okay. But like I said, good thing for our satellites, okay. If any enemy plane comes flying over here, we'll know right away. Sirens will go off. We'll have.
How does a nuclear bomb, David, work?
I have no idea.
Can you carry it on a plane? And drop it? Is that how it works?
I think so. Yeah. Or you could just fire them right off by the. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't. You know what I'm saying? So, I would have to look it up. So I would, I would have to look it up and see, if what it does. But anyways, what I'm saying is that our satellite, okay, if we have any enemy planes coming over here, our satellite will go off, okay. Our sirens will go up, and
I know, Dave. But what about if they have sleeper cell terrorists in this country and they don't use?
We got plenty of terrorists in this country. You kidding me?
Right.
They're all around us.
They could have done that as well. They could have. Do you know how many Iranian nationals they have arrested right now? They have rounded up tons of Iranians that are here illegally.
Look at this.
For what? For what? Do you know why?
I don't know why. Why?
Where is he getting the money?
Look at it. This is what I'm talking about. How do you guys feel about Paul Coogan waiting to increase the city budget to 560 million. See, this is what I
516.
am telling you. Look at 516 million. This is why we want him out of office. We don't want him in there no more. Okay.
Yeah, but
He
what does
is
he want
putting
to increase? Why does he want to increase the budget? For what?
I have no idea why. I don't know if well, that's to increase the budget. I think for 2026. I think that I think so. He wants to increase the budget for 2026, and the city council approved it too. What the hell?
They
Gonna
approved
raise
it
more
already.
taxes? Huh? They and the property taxes are gonna go up again. Okay. This is what I mean. Look at it. Property taxes are gonna
And
go up
this
again.
is what I mean when people keep voting in the same officials over and over again, and the ones that don't vote create this problem, and you still have an issue with low-paying jobs in that city. You
James,
guys
thank
are
you for
not.
that.
You're not going to make it.
Oh, I mean, it's 516 million. Oh my. Oh man. Well, you know something. I gotta put this on Facebook because other people need to listen to this. This is ridiculous. So yeah. Okay. This is so ridiculous. I mean, I have to put it on Facebook. I do. I mean, look at this. Okay. Anybody's listening on Facebook, because I got a Facebook Live going here. Okay. 516 million. Okay. Mayor Paul Coogan is to increase, okay, and approved by the city council. Look at that. Okay. That is a lot. That is a lot of money. You guys look at it up close. 516 million. Wow, that's a lot of money, man. And now property taxes are going to go up again. The rents are going to go up again.
I'm gonna tell you what the breakdown is. I found it.
Okay.
Ready? The general fund increase. That's almost 7%. Okay.
That's a lot of money.
For 2026. And the money is going to go to education. It's allocated to the school department.
It's allocated to.
This includes a $2.5 million increase in the city's contribution to the school department. And I don't know where that money is going to go in the school department. Pension obligations. That's another $2.8 million for retirees. That's the government employees. School construction debt. The city will also be making debt payments for the Durfee High School and is planning to seek voter approval for a debt exclusion to fund the new Diamond Regional Vocational Technical High School. State aid. While the city is receiving more state aid, there are discussions and concerns about how this aid is allocated and whether it will fully offset the increased spending in other areas. That's the illegals.
That's for the illegal. See, what did I tell you?
Part of it, yes. Economic uncertainty. The budget is being presented amidst concerns about economic volatility and rising costs, particularly with essential services like waste disposal. Trash.
Well,
City Council review. The City Council is currently reviewing the proposed budget and will vote on it before the start of the fiscal year on July 1st is when the state's budget starts also. That's already been voted on. Some councilors have expressed concerns about the use of savings to fund operating expenses and the need for greater transparency in the budgeting process. Well, at least somebody's trying to do something right there.
yeah.
So they're gonna use the city's savings, some of it, to fund operating expenses, which is what? This is,
Yeah. No, go ahead.
and that's
Listen.
and you know what? This is what's going on in Massachusetts, and that's why this is not good, because you've got spending increases, but where's the money coming from? Now they have to dip into their savings. What the hell? More debt exclusions? Yeah. Did we
Yeah. See,
not learn anything about these debt exclusions for the new? No, they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. They're all the same. Everywhere you
these
go
people
in
are
Mass.
crazy. I mean, come on. I mean, but this is all. But what they're doing is they're also. But what's going to happen is that the property taxes are also going to go up too.
No, that's not. Well,
But the property taxes has been going up
yeah,
under the Mayor Cook administration.
because the value of the homes have gone up.
Yeah.
So that means there is going to be property tax increase.
Because they can't be responsible.
So that means there is.
Well, they need to. They need to. Let's see. So, Mayor Paul Coogan, man.
But but the problem, I think another problem is the low wage paying jobs.
Yeah.
That's not going to help. That the jobs that you were talking about
Yeah.
in Fall River usually start at minimum wage. I would say 15, like you said, it was $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, that's low wage. And if spending increases and property taxes increases, your rent probably will go up.
Yeah.
Everybody's rent will go up.
Yeah. Everybody's rent's going to go up again. Okay.
But again, for me, the issue is economic growth. There is no economic growth. That means there are no jobs. There are no
Yeah.
jobs. And the cities and the towns keep increasing the budget while people are not getting good paying jobs.
Yeah. Oh, listen to this. This one just came in. Senators reject the 2 cubes of Trump is used for military in Iran. Washington, a senator voted against the Cuban President Trump using of military force in Iran after the U.S. was bombing for nuclear facilities, and the foreign sense of fire that result of the 47-53 vote on June 27th killed the major for Tim Kaine v. Virginia, which would have required congressional votes before using the military.
No, it wouldn't have. No, it doesn't. See how
Yeah,
they
I know.
always trying to get
They're
president.
twisted. They're twisting these things around.
What
I
is
have the
wrong
video.
with people?
Yeah, the video's right here. They're twisting these whole things around. Okay, that's twisting. They're twisting it. Okay, the reason why we got rid of that was only a 12-day walk.
Yeah.
I think it was. And so 12 days. So and by right, people just don't know. Trump is the commander in chief.
They voted against the War Powers Resolution. And what
Yes,
does that
they did.
mean?
Oh, you wanted me to read the rest of it? I would, if I can find it now. They voted against the resolution. So they voted against it. I think this is it. Let me see. No. Yeah, it's gone.
All right, I don't. Okay, what does this mean? What does this mean?
No, they voted against the resolution. So they did. They voted against it.
Oh, so you mean what is it? The Democrats were trying to get rid of it, or what? Trump and
Yeah, they were trying. They voted against it so they can get rid of it. But I really honestly I don't know. I think that
Oh, so that's what it is. The Senate voted against a War Powers Resolution 47 to 53 that would have mandated congressional consent for additional military action in Iran. The
yeah.
Senate, the measure was introduced by Tim Kaine, of course, a Democrat. Yeah, okay. So it failed. Luckily, that failed.
Well, luckily that did fail. I'm glad it failed. But I
Yes.
am. I'm
Right.
glad it did fail. So I
Right.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. There's 30 days and there's 60 days. It's not really clear, but there's something about 30 days. Like President Trump, when he dropped the bombs in Iran, he had 30 days to leave the area.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something like that. It's in the war resolution.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah,
That I have to
let's see if I can war. What is it called again?
war
War
resolution.
powers resolution. Yeah.
Wars powers of resolution.
So let me see. The War Powers Resolution requires the president to notify Congress within 48 hours of committing armed forces to military action and forbids armed forces from remaining for more than 60 days. Okay, with a further 30-day withdrawal period without congressional authorization for use of military force or a declaration of war by the United States. That's what it says.
Okay, well, I got it right here. The president only needs permission for Congress from the official declaration of war of the president can still order a airstrike for 60 days, I believe.
Yeah, they have 60 days to
He's right on
leave.
that.
They cannot stay there
Yeah,
for more than 60 days with a further 30-day withdrawal period, which means they have 30 days to get out.
yeah. They have
Okay.
30 days to get out. So I mean, as
So
far
within
as
the 60 days, within 30 days, they have to get out.
yes,
I guess that's what that means because I find that confusing. So
uh,
no, but what they were trying to do was Tim Kaine, the Democrat, was trying to change it, or he was trying to amend it, saying that from here on out, he wanted the president to go through Congress even before he wanted to strike
yeah,
without declaring war. And the Senate shot it down and
yes.
said no.
Oh, I'm glad the Senate shot. I'm glad they shot it down.
I think it was that was kind of. I mean, that was kind of close. That vote,
Yeah,
47 to 53. Um,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, what is
47.
that? I mean, that's not really a lot.
No, it's not.
Six by 6 votes. It didn't pass.
So by 6 votes, no, it didn't pass. I mean, it's this is like totally ridiculous. I mean, I'm glad they shot it down, though. I'm glad they did.
Um, I think the Supreme Court did the right thing concerning. I don't know why it had to go to this level because of President Trump's executive power. in the Constitution. I don't know why it had to go to the Supreme Court. That's because the Democrats were
The Supreme
suing.
Court, yeah. The Democrats, they always want to take things to the court all the time. They always.
Why are they suing over the Constitution that gives any president the right under the Constitution of executive powers? Like, why are they suing for that? Like, why are they suing that? What do they want to change the Constitution? Like, what the hell is what is the end game here with these people? They're insane.
These people are insane. I mean, look at the radical Democrats.
They don't want to follow the Constitution. Like, what the hell do they want? What do they want?
Well, they're gonna have to follow the Constitution whether they like it or not. They have
So
no
you
choice.
had to have the Supreme Court now reinforce and say to the Democrats that the Constitution and the law of the Constitution is gonna stay. Like, what were they trying to do? Change it?
I don't know. I think so. If they're trying to change the Constitution, then
that's why this party, and they don't understand it. That's why the Democrats keep losing their voting, for other people in other parties. That's why they're doing so badly.
yeah. Yeah, both sides. You see,
These Democrats are something else. Let me tell you.
yeah. Both
They are something
sides.
else.
Both sides want to change the Constitution for their own values, but on agencies is not the left that does it.
The
But
left. I'm talking about the
it's all sides.
now. What is going on right now with President Trump and his executive powers? It is the Democrats that are bringing on these lawsuits. It's not both sides. I don't know what they've done in the past, but right now, what is going on right now, not what happened before, because that's what the liberals like to do. They always like to bring up what happened before. No, right now, like right now. That's what they are doing. That's what the Democrats are doing. And they lost and they're freaking out. These are the Democrats. That's what they are doing. It's not the Republican Party. Not that I know of. Okay, right now, it is the Democrats that are questioning the Constitution where the president has executive powers. Like, what is it that they want to change? Why do they want to change the Constitution?
I have no wonder why they want to.
Like, what are they trying to do here? Like, what the hell is the point of all this? When in the Constitution, it says that the president has executive power. Why do they have to sue over this? Waste taxpayer money, and they're going to lose because the Constitution is the law of the land. It's not the Democrats that are the law of the land, that they just get to do whatever they want because they're sore losers. Why are they wasting taxpayer money and wasting time on things that need to get done in this country? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what the Democrats are doing. And in New York City, you have a Democrat socialist. There's not a Republican socialist. You have a Democrat socialist. So don't say it's both, because to me, it sounds like, again, that you can't take responsibility. These people cannot take responsibility for being wrong. They just can't do it. They can't do it. They can't say, yeah, you know what? They should not have done that. It's in the Constitution. They Why are they doing? No, they can't do that. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing. It's not just them, it's the Republicans too. You guys started this crap that is going on right now that has absolutely no meaning, and it is a waste of time because they're trying to stop President Trump from executing his constitutional right as a president.
I think
For
somebody.
what?
I have no idea.
Because they're sore losers.
So,
They
but I
can't
think
admit that they lost. They just can't do it. Why? What is it that they have to go against this country and what the president is trying to do for the people in this country? Why is that an issue with the Democrats? Why is
I
that
have
an
no
issue?
idea.
Why don't the Democrats, if they don't like the Constitution and they don't like the kind of powers the president has, why don't they go to the country that they like and leave us alone so that we can do what needs to get done in the country and we don't get this ridiculous pushback? Move. You know what? We would be a lot better off if you guys just left. Everything would go much smoother if we didn't have this ridiculousness, childish, I lost, so now I got to do something because I lost. And now I got to take them to court. They're actually taking the president of the United States to court and questioning his executive power. These people are mental. They're mental.
That's
They're
the
mental.
radical ones.
Yeah. But you got people that agree with this. And I say to those people that agree with that nonsense that the Democrats are doing right now to this country, you think that they're doing it to President Trump. They're doing it to the people in this country. And they just don't see it, because they are engrossed in power, because they want the power. They don't care about what happens to the people in this country. And the people that vote for these liberals that do this don't understand it. He's going to win every single case that is going to be brought to the Supreme Court. And when these Democrats are questioning his executive power, he's going to win them all because of the Constitution. They don't get that. The people in this country don't understand it, or why can't both sides work? Yes. Well, yeah, that's my point. Why is it that the Democrats cannot work with President Trump right now? You're the one that's, James, you're the one that's bringing up both sides. You're the one that's saying this side and that side. It's you guys that do not want to work with President Trump. And that's why I say, if you don't want to work together and you're constantly bringing President Trump to court because you don't want him to exercise his right under the Constitution that he got duly elected of, then why can't these people go to another country where they would be much happier, and instead of trying to change the fabric of ours, the Constitution?
All right.
And it's not both sides, James. It's the Democrats. It's not both sides. Stop saying that. It's the Democrats that are the problem. It's the Democrats that have the worst approval rating in congressional history. It's not the Republicans, it's the Democrats. Yeah, the Democrats right now in DC are wasting taxpayer money with these lawsuits that are frivolous because they go against the Constitution. What do they actually think that they're going to win these lawsuits? Do they actually think that? What are they trying to do with this? And now the Wars Act, the Powers Resolution. The Tim Kaine, another Democrat, wanted to amend that so that President Trump doesn't have the executive power that he has a right to use when he got elected under the Constitution. Meanwhile, Obama did it, Biden did it, Clinton did it. That wasn't a problem with the Democrats, was it? Did the Republicans do any of this stuff to the Democrats when this happened, when they were president? Because I don't recall that. Because I don't recall it right now. It's not.
Okay.
It's
All right.
not both sides.
Okay. I want to change the subject a little bit because there was I get it, both sides. I get it, both sides, and
Well, that's
everybody.
not good if you get it both sides, because that's unconstitutional what
Yeah.
they're doing. It's unconstitutional. Okay.
But anyways, but the other reason why I came on today is that the Providence police officer was arrested in Pawtucket. So it was just like really posted, and I don't know why she was arrested for it, but she had. Let me see. Let me pull up over here. Something happened. She did something, and but I just don't have the full story. Why was she was arrested? I think she harbored she worked with it. Oh, matter of fact, you commented on it too, and she harbored a criminal or something. And yeah, so she was actually she was actually arrested, and she's gonna be charged. So, but anyways, my time is already up. It's already 8:34, and I need to go.
I think I scared James.
No, he's still on. He's still there. But you know something though, I'm gonna tell you, okay, and even when I talk to him, what I'm saying, we what we do is, okay, so I mean, we go back and forth, but we don't scream and yell at each other. And he's a good kid. You know what I'm saying? He's a good young adult.
Okay, it's not the point. The point is that face the truth. Okay,
Yeah.
face the truth of what is going on right now in DC with the Democrats. They are not doing well.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not doing well,
and he knows that. He knows that.
No, but he's supporting what they are doing.
I mean,
and they are not the popular party right now. They're not the popular party.
Well,
they have a 20% approval rating right now.
Yes,
the lowest in congressional history. How can anybody side with the Democrats and what they are doing right now when they are questioning the Constitution and the executive powers of the presidency?
Can I say something?
How does this benefit our country? How does this He says we got to work together. How do you work together with a party that is always fighting against President Trump? That is not working together, and it is not both parties.
It's the radical Democrats are doing it. Okay, and they're the ones that are doing it and making the other ones look bad. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's
the more they do this, and you know what? I don't know if James understands this or not. The more they do this, the more they're gonna lose people in their
No, he knows that. He already
they're gonna
knows that.
switch. They're gonna
He knows that.
switch. They're gonna switch.
No, he
Period.
knows that. We discussed this a lot. He knows that. He knows that. You know what I'm saying? He does.
Yeah, well, no, he doesn't know that because he sticks up for what they're doing and blaming the Republicans as well. And it's not just it's not the Republicans, it's the
Well,
Democrats.
he's not. I'm just gonna clarify. He's not affiliated. Well, he's an independent. He's an independent, and he's not affiliated with any parties at all. So I'm just.
No, I know that, but he's a liberal.
Yeah, I mean.
Which means he votes Democrat, which means that he votes for the radicals. That's what he's and they all do this. They don't take responsibility for what their party is doing right now. They always have to blame and stick in the Republicans when they're not doing any such thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's right. Can you imagine if we all did work together? Can you imagine if the Democrats in D.C. actually trying to help out President Trump instead of bringing him to court in the Supreme Court and filing suits under the Constitution?
Well,
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
Well, that's. Well, anyways, but that's Governor. That's the governor from Los Angeles is suing. You know what I'm saying? Put that lawsuit out there.
And then and the riots and the sanctuary cities in the states like Massachusetts. Can you imagine if the Democrats actually followed the law and did what they were supposed to do? Massachusetts would be much better off financially if they did what they were supposed to do. But no, they have to increase the budget. Taxes are going to go up and you have low wage paying jobs. But that's the Republicans' fault. That's the Republicans' fault because they're all over Massachusetts, right?
Well, we have Republicans all over the place. Well, well, I'm not going to say that we have good Republicans either. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not going to say
Republicans do not run that state or any city or town that I know of. They are all Democrats.
Yeah.
And they're making a mess of the whole situation in that state. And people like James keeps voting them in.
Well, he votes
because for some reason the liberals, even though he's an independent, the liberals just can't stand that word conservative for whatever reason that they have an issue with in Massachusetts. They have an issue with President Trump. They have an issue with conservative. They have an issue with patriots. They have an issue if somebody wants to celebrate the 4th of July. This is all a problem with the liberals. If they like the American flag, that's also a problem. And so that's why I say, go to another country where you like what they do. If you like socialism, then go to Europe. Go to Canada. Europe is full of socialist countries. That's all they are. You want to pay high taxes. You want to have Sharia law like they do in England. And that's what
he votes. Yeah, all right, okay. He votes third party. He doesn't vote Democrat. He votes third party. He just told me. He votes third party. Okay, and.
But your statements say that we need to work together.
Yeah.
And you're saying that both parties, meaning the Republicans and the Democrats, are doing something wrong. It's the Democrats that are doing something wrong. The third party has no bearing in this whatsoever. None. They don't have any power whatsoever in DC. There's 2 independent candidates in DC, and everybody else is a Democrat and a Republican. You know what? I'm going to say what I feel. Okay, I can throw whatever words I want. Okay, you do, and I will too. You have stated your position that you believe that in DC, both parties do not work together to get things done. And I'm saying it's the Democrats that do that. It's the Democrats that do that. Your third party is not involved in this. So tell the truth. It is the Democrats that are creating a problem for President Trump to carry out his constitutional duties in this country. That's what it is.
Okay, there is such things as there is such thing as libertarian liberals too. So
I know, but they don't have a voice. Is my point. Third parties don't have any voice at all. They're not in DC, just the independents. There are two of them, I think. And everybody else is a Democrat and a Republican.
All right. Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, this is, what? This is, David, this has to be said. This has to be said.
I mean, no, everybody has.
You can't cover this up and say that it's the Republicans and the Democrats when it's not. It's not.
We have some rhinos to ourselves. I mean, in the Republican
I know we do, but it's not the rhinos and the Republicans that are suing President Trump for trying to do his job that he got elected for. It's the Democrats that are doing it. I don't know of any Republican to date right now that is suing the president. It's the Democrats. So don't say that it's both, because it's not. It's not. It's the Democrats.
Oh. Boy. Okay. Well, all right. My time is up. It's 8:44, but I think we just went over a little bit. And hey, everybody said their piece. Oh, God help me, man.
And they just did it again with the War Powers Resolution. They just did it again. The Democrats, Tim Kaine, they just did it again.
Oh, yeah, Tim Kaine.
A little while ago, to try to stop the president from doing what he's supposed to do, when the Democrat presidents did the same thing.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Insanity. This is total insanity. These people are brainwashed. People are brainwashed, period. They're brainwashed by the media and by the Democrat Party. That's what it is. That's what it is. They don't know. They can't think. These people can't think. They can't. They just can't do it. They just can't do it. They have to take sides. They cannot work together. They have to take sides. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to, unfortunately. And it's not doing anybody any favors by doing this. And it's causing the liberal states and cities and towns in it to crumble. What is going on in Massachusetts, harboring illegals, money going to illegals?
There is money. There is also money going to illegals. There is. Okay. There is. Yeah, so there is money going to illegals. And
that's taxpayer money, billions of it that could be used for the taxpayer that probably needs it more than the illegals. And again, and I'll say it again, instead of worrying about what President Trump is doing and that the Democrats and the Republicans have to work together, why don't you get together in Fall River and go over to Paul Coogan and ask him to stop sending money and harboring illegals in your city? Like, how come you can't do that? Why aren't you worried about what is going on in Fall River? Like, why can't that happen? Why can't that happen?
All right. Well, people do need to go to Mayor Paul Coogan. They do.
Their
Yeah.
representatives. Why can't everybody's so caught up what's going on in DC, but they're not really focused about what's going on right in front of them. That they're not worried about. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, so I mean, we all right. So my show is already ended, and I'm really so
All right.
so.
Well, you have a good week.
Well, I'm gonna have a good week because I got to work tomorrow. So I'm
Good.
the one that has to deal with all this. so I'm the one that has to. I'm the one that has to deal with all this. So, but
What are you going to deal with? What do you mean? Deal with what?
No, but I mean, it's back and forth. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when people talk about politics.
Right.
The other side is, they get upset. You know what I'm saying? And it's same thing with us too. We get upset when they talk about stuff too. So, but yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
well, my thing is I don't know what they're upset about with President Trump. I don't understand when he's doing what he's supposed to be doing under the Constitution. I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I see what I don't either.
Right. I don't understand it. That's my point. And that's my point.
Yeah.
What is the problem? And that's why I say, if you don't like it in this country and you don't like the Constitution and you don't like President Trump, then maybe we should go somewhere else, because our country is always makes it so hard for third party, right? What's so bad about third parties? People are fed up. I didn't say there was anything bad with the third parties. I'm saying that it doesn't have any bearing when you vote for a third party. It just doesn't.
Well, I mean, some people like, let's get into third parties. Okay. I've had people come up to me and say, hey, look, you know something? I mean, we're a one party system. We need more. You know what I'm saying?
No, we're a two-party system.
Well, okay, we're a two-party system. We do need another party system. We do need it. You know
look, I don't know how many times like third parties have tried and it doesn't work. The Democrats and the Republicans are the party in this country, whether you like it or not. Yes, third parties are not going to win because they have to have so many people in the party to become a party, and then to get qualified for a debate, they don't make it because they don't have a party. So they don't make it onto the debate stage. So you can go keep voting for the third party if you want to, but it doesn't go anywhere because it's not a party. You don't have enough people to call it a party.
Yeah.
You're always going to be fighting the Democrats and the Republicans. They are the stronghold, period. And I never said there was anything bad about the third party. That's your mind. I didn't say that. It just has no bearing on the vote. It's just, to me, it's just like not voting at all.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. Vote for a Republican or vote for a Democrat, then your vote will count.
How about if we vote? How about if we vote for an independent? We independent. We need independence, right?
An independent is not a party.
Yeah.
There's no affiliation. He's talking about, I don't know if he's talking about independence, because independent means there's no affiliation. There's the Libertarian Party is a third party. I don't know any other one.
Well, we do need independence. So I mean, a lot, independence.
We do have independence. Where are the independent candidates?
Well, they need the independent candidates need to come out and start running for office.
60% of the voters in Massachusetts are independents like himself. Where are the independent candidates? Where are they? Where are they?
I don't even know.
Do you see how it doesn't make sense? Do you see? I don't know what third party he's talking
Yeah.
about. I don't know if he's talking about
Third
a
party.
libertarian. What is he
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Okay, all right. Hold on.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Hold on 1 second. Libertarian. He votes. Sometimes he'll vote for libertarian. You know what I'm saying? So that's a that that is it.
I don't even know of any libertarian candidates. I didn't see any.
There is some libertarian candidates out there, but they just I don't know. There is. He votes for a libertarian. So
Yeah, they're not gonna look. People aren't gonna vote for
I
libertarians
mean,
because
I want to say, okay,
it's not a party. Libertarians are not a party.
well, I don't know. So, but all right, hold on 1 second, because my ears are ringing on both sides here, um, and I wanted to say that that well, I even forgot what I was going to say. Oh God. All right, so
I got you spinning your wheels as well.
yeah, you got me spinning my wheels over here. I mean, my wheels are spinning so fast I can't even stop it.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
It is. Wow.
Yes, and that's what happens when you talk about politics. But like I said, for me, your vote, my opinion is that your vote would go further if you pick a Democrat or a Republican or even an independent. In Massachusetts, not across the country, but maybe in Massachusetts, independents would do better than a two-party system because, like he said, people are fed up with the two-party. In Massachusetts, not across the country.
It is. People are fed up with the two-party system.
And
I'm fed up with the two-party. I'm fed up with
the country.
I'm fed up with the two-party system myself. Okay, I don't like the two-party system, and I'm a Republican, and I'm saying this as a Republican. So that's why we need a three-party system. Okay, so we need that.
No, in Massachusetts you want it, not the country does not want it.
In Massachusetts, we can have it. We want it in Massachusetts.
If the people in Massachusetts don't want a two-party system, then you get an independent candidate because I said it again and I'll say it 1,000 times, 60% of the voters are independents. Where are the independent candidates if you're fed up with the two-party system? Where are they? Where are they? They're nowhere. They're nowhere. You've got Democrats all over the place. And you're fed up with the two-party system. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what makes any sense anymore. So,
who's voting the Democrats in if 60% of the voters are independents and they're voting for a third party? Who's voting in the Democrats and they're always winning when they don't even make up the majority of the registered voters? How is this happening?
I have no idea.
It's voter fraud. There's voter fraud going on. That's what's happening.
Because of this country is making the system make it look like it's hard, but
he's already. Again, he said that already. Again, it's the people in Massachusetts that are fed up because across the country that is not the case. They're gonna vote Republican or Democrat, especially on the national level. Third parties do not win. Massachusetts, I don't know. They're just a different, I don't know how they think. They're just a different breed. They just don't make any sense. There's no logic and there's no reasoning to their statements, their actions. I just don't understand it. None of it makes sense. None of it. None of it. None of it makes any more sense.
Wow, yeah. Well,
anyway,
this is what happens when we talk about politics. People get upset at one side, the other side gets upset, this side gets upset, and here I'm stuck in the middle.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not upset. I'm more frustrated with these comments that people make that always seem to blame others for one party's action.
Yeah.
Okay, that to me is frustrating because it happens over and over and over again, and they just don't learn. They just don't learn. I
Well,
mean, it's
yeah,
wild. It's
yeah.
wild. It's just wild to me. It's just wild.
Mm.
And you know what? When you don't agree with them, oh my God, she's like that. Oh my God, she got mad. Oh my. I mean, I don't understand. What's wrong with getting upset or getting frustrated? Is there something wrong with that?
I
Is
don't
there
think
something
it is.
wrong with
Well,
disagreeing with people? Is there something wrong with that? Do I
well,
have to appease to people for what? Why? Why do I have to make other people happy for what?
well. I mean, people would disagree, agree, and disagree. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
Yeah, exactly. It's called a debate. It's not called you have to win. It's called let's see if we can get to the meeting of the minds here and work something out. No, it's you're this, you're that. What's so bad about that? And I never said anything about that. So
yeah.
it's not about working together. It's about I'm right. You got to listen to me. I vote third party because everybody's fed up with the two-party system. Okay, that's
Even
your
I
opinion.
am.
That's your opinion. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you, especially on the national level. The two-party system is not a national problem. It's your problem. It's Massachusetts' problem.
Well, it is Massachusetts' problem. You know what I'm saying? So it is. It's Massachusetts' problem.
It is. It's a
Yeah.
state. It's a state issue. It's not a national issue. It's not a national issue. And when in Massachusetts, I was an independent as well, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Oh, you were an independent.
I was a registered Republican at one point in Massachusetts, and then I switched to independent as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
When I
Well,
go vote in Massachusetts, when I voted for the Republicans because I do not like what the Democrats have been doing and are still doing. I just don't like what they're doing to this country. They are not cooperating with the president to try to get things done in this country. I don't like them. I just don't. I just don't.
yeah. Well, all right. Again,
All right.
I'm going. I'm over this. Um,
I love talking about this. This is great.
well, I know. I do too sometimes. Yeah, but I do like talking about it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay friends with people too. Well,
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't see, that's where we differ. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna say my opinion whether they like it or not. I don't
Yeah.
agree with him, and that's it. And too bad if he doesn't like it. I just don't care. But there is a Republican running for New York City's mayoral race,
Yes, it
Curtis.
is. Yes, he is.
Curtis.
Was it Curtis Leewood? Curtis
Yeah,
something?
I can never say his name.
Yeah.
Curtis.
Let me find it.
Sliwa. Oh my God, I can never say
Yeah.
Sliwa. So I'm very happy that there's a Republican running in New York
Well,
City.
I'm glad he is too. You know what I'm saying?
There
So
are
I'm glad.
two independents, and there's that Democrat socialist. And you know what? Cuomo said he might be an independent as well. He might
Oh, he
switch
did. He
from
did say that. He did. He is
yeah.
running.
So he might even switch from the Democrat to independent as well. They just lost possibly another Democrat party member going
Oh,
independent.
they just so the Democrats just lost it. Wow.
They could. I mean, Cuomo. If Cuomo says he's an independent, then the Democrats have lost another party member.
Yeah.
So there could be 3 independents
Yeah.
running for mayor in New York, 1 Democrat and 1 Republican. That's 5 people.
Yeah.
That's pretty crowded.
Yeah, it is pretty crowded.
Because Boston
Okay.
so far, I only know 2. So
Yeah.
I don't know who else is running.
All right. I'm done.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you.
It was nice talking. It was nice talking to you. My ears are ringing.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. No, it's all right.
I had to let it out. I had to let it
well,
out.
I mean, everybody has an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You have an opinion. He has an opinion. Everyone has an opinion. So, but
yes, and all opinions need to be tolerated. If you want to work together, all opinions need to be tolerated. That's how it is. That's how mature people deal with differences. They respect it, end the story. Right? That's it.
Yeah. Well,
That's all.
Well, hey, I'm not going to argue with that, but
Right. I've done. Let me tell you, dealing with BLM when I did those standouts.
You did, yeah. You dealt with BLM.
I mean,
BLM got right in your face too, as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then something, and hey, look at this. But when Black Lives Matter got into your face, you got right back in their face. And,
right.
And Diana Ploss, when she was the activist, okay, which is she doesn't like President Trump either anymore. Okay.
Wow.
She threw President Trump under the bus. She did. And something. Yeah. And after that, me and Linda, we cut all ties with her. You know what I'm saying?
Because, that's too bad. That's too bad. She was good. I liked her. I think a lot of people did like her.
Well, I don't
know what happened.
She threw Donald Trump underneath the bus. Oh, Antifa as well. So Antifa.
Yeah.
So,
I let me tell you, going down to the standouts, I never thought I was going to be dealing with the idiots that were the BLM. But I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I learned how to
handle these crybabies,
talk back to them and debate them. I had to think about what I was going to say to them when they would throw things at me.
That's all they did. They threw things at us too when we had standouts. They threw water when we were standing out for President Trump. They threw water at us. They threw all kinds of stuff at us.
Well, I mean words. I'm talking about the words that they would use, and the what they stood for and what they were accusing us of. They were just relentless. They were terrible. They were terrible.
Black Lives Matter was worse. Okay, was worse. And something. And and for me, I saw that from experience. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And they're bullies. They're bullies.
You know something?
They're bullies.
When I was at Bay Haven, okay, when Black Lives Matter came through the Trump standout, I walked up to them and they had their camera like this and I had mine.
Yes.
And I had words with them back and forth. Okay. and then when one of them pushed a friend of mine, pushed a friend of mine, an elderly person down the ground, I went up to him and I said to him, I said, push me. Okay.
Right.
You push me. Okay. Yep. I said, you just pushed a 76-year-old elderly person down on the ground. I saw in Bay Haven. Marco, her husband, got pushed to the ground. And I told him, I said, I said, why don't you come over here and push me? Push me.
But which they never did, right? They don't do that.
And something, he looked at me and he walked right across the street.
Right.
I said, you can walk across the street. I said,
they're cowards.
I said, you know what? I even said that to him. I said, you're not but a coward pushing an old man.
That's right.
Okay, down
That's
on the
right.
ground.
Yep.
The coward.
They go after old men and women.
Yeah.
Like
Because-
Diana and myself.
Yeah.
They don't go after the men
Of course.
that can push them back, and no, they go after the weaker sex, which is the woman physically, and the elderly. That's exactly what they did in Swampscott. They assaulted Booby, the 8-year-old.
I remember Booby. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how is she doing?
I don't know. I've lost contact with those people. I mean, I don't know.
Damn, Booby. She was a nice lady. Very nice lady.
Yeah, and that's who they went after, because that's what bullies do. That's what they do.
I mean, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Okay, that's all they do. They're bullies. I mean, they go after the elderly. They don't care. They go after the vulnerable people.
That's right.
So, I mean, they're just ridiculous already. You know what I'm saying?
They were bad. They were bad. They were bad.
I know they were. I mean, I saw all the live videos and stuff over there.
Yes, and I was in the midst of it. I was in the midst of it.
Yeah, but
I was like, and I told those jerks that were there.
Yeah.
One of them was from Boston, and she always had that megaphone.
Oh man, she loved that megaphone.
Oh my god!
That
they
big
were
huge.
They were so loud at 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning.
They're outside over there. Yeah.
Blasting Spanish music.
10 o'clock
blasting
in the morning,
their bullhorns, yelling through their bullhorns at 10 o'clock in the morning for 2 hours down there.
Yeah, they were crazy.
And I said to one of them that came from Boston, I asked her, I'm like, what are you doing here? Why do you come here from Boston? Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And you know something? I never got an answer from her, like what she was doing there. And then she would ask, what, were you in January 6th? Did you go to January 6th? Remember the January 6th?
I remember the January 6th. But they accused President Trump for the insurrection.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And I looked at her and I said, why do you care if anybody went to January 6th? Like, why is that an issue for you? And you know what she said? She said, because I can call the FBI. Oh, really? You're going to call the FBI and they're going to come running down here because you say so? I go, you're delusional, I said. I did. I told her, I was like, you're delusional. That's the stuff that I had to listen to. Not just me, but others too. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So that's that would be them people are just stupid and dumb.
And I did not like that they were so close to my neighborhood. And I told Heidi and somebody, I said, go home. Yeah, go home. She was from Gloucester. Go home and stop coming down here and bothering the people here in Swampscott. Stay in Gloucester and worry about your community. Don't worry about Swampscott. We don't need you here. And I told the woman from Boston as well, go home and go worry about what's going on in Boston, not what's going on in Swampscott.
Oh my God, these people are nuts.
They are. They're nuts. It's like, why do you care what's going on in Swampscott? What is it about Swampscott that you have to come down here every single week?
Yep.
That you have to come from Gloucester, Beverly, Boston, the South Shore. Like, what is it? Like, why do you have to keep coming here? Go away. Go away.
Okay, it's 9/11.
Yes. All right.
I got to work tomorrow, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
Good night.
Good night. And I appreciate you. Look, I appreciate you coming on again. Well, But of course, you're going to be on Wednesday night too. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and we're going to talk about other things too. So,
Oh, there's always going to be something. All
there's
right.
always going to be something to talk
There's
about,
always
something that people are going to be pissed off about too. So,
That's all right.
I mean, but hey,
let's get pissed off. We should get pissed off. Isn't that what CJ and Chat say? What did they say at the end?
Oh, okay. This
Yeah.
is what my cousin CJ Ferry and Chip says.
Chip. Yeah.
Chip, my cousin CJ and Chip
CJ,
says.
yeah.
He says, "Stay angry."
Yeah.
And hold your politicians accountable. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
For the stuff that they say and that they promise to say that they're going to do, and they don't do.
Yeah, your cousin is as passionate about it as I am, and people take that as being angry, and it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's frustration. It's probably passion in there, and maybe it is anger. You're frustrated. You're all that, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
He says he says stay angry and hold your politicians accountable.
Right. Yeah.
So just stay angry and hold your politicians
accountable. And you get angry because the politicians are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That gets me angry. That does get me angry.
And you know something, and it gets me angry too, because when they run for political office, oh, we promise we're going to do this. I'm going to take care of this.
Right.
I'm going to take care of the people. But once they're in office, they forget about us. Okay?
Right.
They always forget about us all the time. They forget about the taxpayers. But when election day comes, they think that we always forget about it. No, we don't forget about it. We remind them, we are the people.
Right.
We are the people. Put us first. Put us first. We deserve to be put first because we're the ones that are putting money into this community. Our tax dollars are pouring money into this damn community. Okay? I get pissed off because they forget about us all the time. And they should be putting us first. Okay? Not last. They should be putting themselves last. They should be putting themselves last and putting us first. That's what they should be doing.
You know what else?
And we wouldn't, and hold on, and we wouldn't even run into this problem. We wouldn't even run into all this.
That's right. And you know what else I would help? These people that are elected and run not to get paid. Not to get paid. Yeah. Paul Coogan, the mayors, the town administrators, no payment, no compensation.
No.
None.
There ain't no compensation. They don't. Not at all. You know?
They should not be getting paid for what they're doing because that would weed out the people that are greedy and power hungry.
That is true too, yeah.
You would get rid of those people. They would not be attracted to those kinds of positions because they wouldn't get paid.
Yeah.
So you will get the ones that really want to do it because they don't care about getting paid. And you know who's like that? President Trump. He does not get paid.
Oh, no. We know that President Trump don't get paid. You know what I'm saying?
He does, but he gives it away.
He gives a dollar. He gets a dollar. He has to take a dollar.
Yes.
He has to take a dollar.
Exactly.
So that every dollar that he gets, he donates that. That gets donated.
That's right.
That goes away.
Yep. And those flags that were put up at the White House, he paid for it.
He paid for those flags. Yes, I know he did.
He didn't take taxpayer money for that. He paid for it himself. He
took the money out of his pocket and put those flags up. Those American flags.
That's what he did.
Yeah. And he's not going to tell you that.
That's the kind of people that we need in the government. That's the kind. Is he perfect? No. But he doesn't care. He's got money anyway. It doesn't matter. But he doesn't care about the pay for being president. He's very happy to do what he is doing for the country. And that's the kind of people that we need that don't care about compensation.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Talk to you later.
We gotta continue this until Wednesday because I have to work tomorrow. So
Right. All right. You have a good day at work, and I will talk to you later. Good night. Get some sleep. Relax.
Yeah, I'm going to relax.
Enjoy.
Maybe I should go to Cosmopolitan and go buy some marijuana.
Nah, you don't need it. You don't need
No,
it.
I don't smoke. I don't. I don't smoke it anyway.
Instead of drinking, you can go smoke. I guess I don't know.
Well,
Whatever.
well. I mean, it makes me forget about politics.
No, I like to mull it over. I like getting angry, and I like having my feelings come out. And I don't want to
and Elisa, I know that. I've seen a lot of your live streams. Well,
no
that's
holding back. There's no holding back.
I know that. But hey, you know what? This is what my live stream's about. Okay, people. I don't. On both sides. Okay, both sides. If they need to vent, a vent on my live stream.
Right.
That's it. I'm saying both
that's
sides.
what I do.
Not only on one side, both sides. Vent.
Yes.
I mean, and I could sit here and I'll be sitting here drinking my drink and watching two people debate each other. So I'll be drinking my drink and just going like this, and then I'll probably have a little bit of marijuana with me too. Be smoking it while everybody's going, debating each other.
That's the fun part. That's the fun part.
I'll be the moderator.
I learned that with BLM. I learned it. I did.
Oh.
I was not like this before until I started doing those standouts with BLM. That's what they did to me.
No.
I blame them. I blame them.
You blame BLM, Black Lives Matter for that. We're gonna hold Black Lives Matter accountable for that.
Antifa. Those jerks.
And Antifa. Hey, did you know Antifa went after the National Guards in LA and the National Guards went back after them?
Yes.
That was funny. They took the paintball, the rubber bullets, and they took the rubber bullets.
Laser too.
And the laser,
Did you hear the guy that got hit with the rubber bullet in his eye?
Yeah.
He lost his eye.
Oh. So that means, he lost his eye?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want to be stupid. Standouts, and sometimes they got ugly. If you want to be in that kind of a mix, you better expect getting hit. You better expect it.
A news reporter got hit with a rubber bullet too in the leg.
Yes.
For no reason. Wow. Because she was right there.
That's right. That's what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to those things, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's why I don't go to those things. I mean, I'd rather talk about it. I don't want to get hit with a rubber bullet. You know what I'm saying?
No, not that kind of. You want a peaceful protest, not a riot. Yeah. A peaceful protest.
I don't. Well, news reporters, they go to those things. I don't.
Oh yeah, right.
If I go to those things, you know something, then I would have to wear a bulletproof vest. Okay.
Right.
So I mean, a bulletproof vest. So if I have to go to those things, because I know some of them LA riots and some of them protesters, they could get out of hand. Okay, they can.
That's right.
And I'm surprised. And I'm surprised that no King protest that we had there didn't get out of hand. I'm very happy about that.
Well, luckily that stayed peacefully. Yeah, a peaceful protest is okay. That's constitutional, but not a riot. Yeah. Not a riot.
But there was a lot of elderly women in there too. So I mean,
there were a lot of them. Did you see the one in Florida? Oh my God, they were everywhere. It was really bizarre. I think they paid them to show up. I think they paid them. Yeah.
Hey, did I talk about the Did I talk about the guy that was drinking and driving and the guy that hit the, I think I sent you an article on that too.
The daycare center.
The daycare center. Yeah, he hit that daycare. I think it was at 12 in the morning or something. I think so, somewhere around 12 in the morning. Yeah, he really, I mean, he at first he hit a hydrant, then all of a sudden he went right through. He went right through the daycare center, and that daycare center had 90 people go 90 families going there, dropping their kids off over there.
Wow.
Just imagine that would have been ugly. Okay, that would have been ugly if the kids were in there and the staff was in there. That would have been ugly. Okay, that guy's lucky. Okay, that the kids wasn't in there. Okay,
he was lucky. He was
because he probably would have killed all them kids and plus the staff. Okay.
He was lucky he didn't get killed. He was lucky he didn't get killed either.
Well, I'm gonna say too bad he didn't. Because he's why? Because he was the one that was drinking and driving. So okay, and you're not saying, and we keep saying this all the time. Stop drinking and driving. We don't need no more drinking and driving. Okay. And what they do, they come out of the bar, they get in their truck, and they're driving down the street, they're all over the road, and boom, then they don't realize that they killed somebody or they hurt somebody really bad.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know something? But the cops don't do nothing. The cops talk on the phones themselves, and then that's why people talking on the phones, texting and driving, because the cops do themselves.
I've seen people when I drive around and they have to cross the street, they're not even paying attention to the crosswalk. They're looking at their phones.
Of course.
It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, what is so important that you have to be looking at your phone?
Can't you look at, wait a minute, concentrate on the street, concentrate on your driving. If you want to look at your phone, pull it over and look on your phone when you're pulled over.
And exactly. And if you want to drink, stay home and get drunk.
Stay home and get drunk. If you want to drink, leave your car to where it is. Take an Uber home. Take an Uber home. It's not worth it.
Exactly.
Because you know something? It could be any kid or any family walking across the street. Okay, walking across the street, and you can kill them. Okay.
Don't you think that the these bars that stay open like at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and if they see somebody drunk, don't you think that they should call an Uber for them?
I think so too.
Instead of letting them out and drive on their own, knowing that they're drunk.
I think the city council. Okay, I think the city councilors, should do a resolution, all right, a resolution and say, hey, well, put in the resolution that all bars are got to be held accountable, all bars are going to be held accountable if anybody that's drinking so much, and if they don't stop them or take their keys off of them or, say, hey, look, you're not getting in your car. All the bars, they should be held accountable too. Okay, same thing, because a lot of bars, let these people go and get in their cars. Get in their cars, and that's why all these accidents happen. And some of this is because of drinking and driving. A lot of it. So
and I don't want to blame the bars because it's just as. The person that is drinking is just as responsible.
But the bartenders should have more. The bartenders should have more sense and more brains. To say, hey,
they're not going to do that because they're making money.
They're making money, but the why they're not going to do it but that's why I said they should be held accountable for it. They should be, because they're giving them. They're making the money and they're letting them drink.
I think the establishment that has the liquor and allows the drinking on the premises, if after hours, as the crowd goes away, it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and people are
Go
still
home.
drinking. Yeah,
Take a cab. Take an
right.
Uber home. Stop the
Right.
freaking
That's what I
drinking.
mean.
Driving.
Right.
But
I
you're gonna
think.
kill somebody.
But I don't want to see. This is the problem. Is that I don't want to put the responsibility on the establishment for somebody who's drunk that needs to take responsibility as well.
Well, the person that goes in sober and then ends up drunk and drinking all night. How is he supposed to take responsibility? Half of the time he don't even know where he's at.
Yeah, but he's drinking and he doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah, well, that's an alcoholic. But
Yeah, but you know, that's what he chose to do. He chose to go to the bar to drink
but
to the point where they're drunk and they can't drive. And then they put other people in danger.
Yeah, but the bartenders should have more sense. Okay, more sense to shut them off at a certain level. They should have sense. But like I said, they should be held accountable, and the city councils they should be filing a resolution. They should file a resolution for that. You know what I'm saying, and amend that and say, hey, look, we have to hold the bartenders accountable too, the establishments, because they're there.
Not the bar. I mean, no. You see, now I think it's a sticky situation, but
Yeah, well, I don't want people to get killed anymore. I'm saying,
I don't know. I mean, there could be a lot of different ways to do it, but taking the license away for a year.
Take the license away. Take it away for good. Because
that's what I mean.
No, why? Because they're alcoholics and they're going to continue on doing it. I'm going to tell you, okay. My uncle, my mom's brother, okay. Yeah. And my mom and my mom was inside the car, okay, and and she didn't know what the heck was going on. My uncle had a fight because at the corner mushroom because him and my father, you know what I'm saying? So him and my dad, okay, my Uncle Frank, and he was a big dude, okay, and people would be afraid of him because he didn't take no crap off of anybody. And but they waited until he was drunk, okay, and they waited until he came out of the bar, and something, it took 2 guys to try to take him down, not 1, 2, okay, not 1, 2, not 1, 2, and you know what they did? They used a baseball bat on him. They hit him in the back of the head. They threw him in the street, and the car ran right over his head and squashed his head right into the ground.
No, sir.
Yeah, yes. And you know something? That's why I said, sometimes we have to hold establishments accountable, okay, for this. Because too many people, honestly, Annalisa, too many people are drinking and driving. They do it on New Year's. They do it on Christmas. They do it on, I mean, but it needs to end. It needs to stop. The city councils, they need to file a resolution for that and hold the establishments accountable. Because you know why? Because they're going in there, they're spending money, okay, and they're getting themselves drunk, and all is the bartender or the person that owns the bar only cares about making money, and which is not right. So, but that's my point. All right, so I got my frustration out. So now I have to go. I've been dying to get this out a long time. So, but I just want to say, Annalisa, I will see you on again. We just went over time and stuff. So, we'll continue this conversation on Wednesday. So, James, thank you for coming on. I thank you for your opinion.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Have a nice night.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Oh gosh, help me, man. All right. All right. So everybody, it was a good show today. It was, and I listened to both sides. I listened to, this side. I listened to that side. and and I just, we all just we all have to okay, you know what? Okay. So, I mean, we don't have to agree, okay? We don't have to agree, but I mean, we just, we want everybody to be nice to each other. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you got one side, then you got the other side, then, and this one's arguing with, I mean, but we just don't want anybody to get mad. You know what I'm saying? It's politics, okay? Everybody gets mad, everybody gets upset. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, hey, when I talk to people about politics, people get mad at me. But I tell them, look, you know something? Hey, don't get mad. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to agree with you, and you're not going to agree with me. You may agree with me on some things, but I'm not going to. And I may agree with you on some things, but I'm not going to agree with everybody on everything. And the leftists too, same thing. They're not going to, they're not going to agree with us too. So everybody, I mean, just don't get. I just don't want people to get pissed off. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so all right, that person didn't agree with that person. All right, fine. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the hell with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people are allowed to express their feelings. Okay, I would expect the other side to do the same thing. Okay, to express their feelings too. You know what I'm saying, not only one side. I would expect, people to respect, express their feelings. Okay, about things. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's and this is what my show's about. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to get mad at each other and get mad at each other. Hey, that is what it is. James, thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. I mean, I just don't want you to take anything offense. Anything that she said. I mean, but everybody has the right to speak. Okay, everybody has the right to. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we have this kind of freedom. If we went to China and did this, we'd be arrested. Okay, we'd be thrown in a slammer. Then that's the bottom line. And you know what? Cold Steve Austin said so. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. It was a great show. And James, again, thank you for watching. Okay, so take care. I love you all. I'm saying I love you all on both sides. You both sides. You're my friends and stuff. And this is what makes America great again. So take care, everybody. Have a nice one. This is Dave Mead for Media News. Oh, Lord.